Mi'raj. Al-Isra means the night journey that the Prophet ﷺ undertook from Mecca to Jerusalem. Mi'raj actually means the, if you like, item or the mechanism of rising up high. But we refer to it as the actual.
Hi, Vadakkam. This is Hyder Ali Sayyed from Asivagam, United under Tamil Shiva. Uh, the speaker says about Isra and Miraj, but the Quran only talks about Isra, that is the travel from Mecca to Jerusalem. In chapter 17, verse 1, I recite from Quran: Purity is to him who took his bondman in a part of the night from the sacred mosque to this Aqsa mosque, around which we have placed blessing, in order that we may show him a great sign. Indeed, he is the listener and beholder. Quran chapter 17 verse clearly says about Isra, that is a travel from Mecca to Aqsa. And the Aryan settlers and their Bukhari hadith talks about Miraj, which is not mentioned in Quran anywhere.
Ascension, not the apparatus, but what the Prophet ﷺ did, and that is to rise up to the heavens. And so Al-Isra from Mecca to Jerusalem, Al-Mi'raj from Jerusalem to the heavens. Subhanallah asra bi'abdihi happened probably the strongest position around a year before the Hijrah. The second question, where did it happen from? The Prophet ﷺ said that when I was in the Hatim, lying down, Jibreel came to me. So this is the most authentic version. There is another version. It is the semicircular region that is outside of the Kaaba. And he says that in the Hatim, Jibreel opened up my chest and he brought a bowl made out of gold that was full of, in one version it says Zamzam, in another version it says full of Iman. And he took out my heart and washed it and put it back. Then Jibreel brought me a dab.
Aryan Hadith, Bukhari Hadith, talks about Jibreel cutting open Prophet Muhammad's chest and removing the heart and cleaning it with Zamzam and putting in wisdom and belief. It sounds good, but actually it goes against Quran. And is this the way Allah gives wisdom to people, especially to Prophet Muhammad? If you read Quran and Bible regarding when Allah came down to meet Moses, he told Moses to remove his sandal. You are standing in front of your Lord. In Exodus chapter 3 verse 5, in Acts 7 verse 33. In Quran chapter 20 verse 12 confirms Bible regarding the removal of sandal in the presence of the Lord. I read, Indeed, I am your Lord, so remove your sandal. Indeed, you are in the sacred valley of Tuwa. When Allah met Musa, Prophet Moses, he was just told to remove the sandal. And when, as per the Bukhari hadith of Persian Aryan, they are making fun of Prophet Muhammad. So they have created a story where Prophet Muhammad is supposed to go to meet Allah. So his heart was cut and he was put in belief and wisdom.
Dabba is a beast, it's an animal. دون البغل وفوق الحمار. It is smaller than a mule and larger than a donkey. أبيض, pure white. And it was called Al-Buraq. And Al-Buraq of course comes from the root of lightning, right? So it's lightning speed. And the Prophet ﷺ explained that it puts its hoof, every hoof of this buraq, it puts it as far as the eye can see. According to another report in Tirmidhi, the Prophet ﷺ said it had a muzzle on it. You know what you put on the harness? It had a harness on it and it had a saddle. Jibreel was holding on to the harness and the Prophet ﷺ stepped onto Al-Buraq. He basically mounted Al-Buraq. What does an animal do that is mounted by a strange person? Jumps up, it neighs, right? So Buraq tried to do that. And Jibreel basically smacked him. Jibreel yanked the harness and he said, Woe to you! Alam tastahi, are you not ashamed? For wallahi, no one has ridden you more blessed in the eyes of Allah than your current rider. And the Prophet ﷺ said that I rode him and he took me.
You all must be knowing the story of Queen Sheba and the throne during King Solomon time. King Solomon said he wanted to bring Queen throne from Ethiopia to Jerusalem, and in his court, the jinns, the demons, he said that I will before you sit down, I will bring that throne in front of you. There was another man, ordinary man, a scientist maybe. He said before the gaze returns to you, he is going to bring that throne from Ethiopia to Jerusalem. And here, as per the Bukhari Aryan Hadith, a donkey is brought to take Prophet Muhammad to heaven.
The gatekeeper behind the door asked, "Who is it?" So Jibreel says, "It is Jibreel." And the gatekeeper said, "Do you have anybody?" And Jibreel said, "Yes, I have with me Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam." The gatekeeper says, "Has he been sent for?" Jibreel says, "Yes." So then the doors open up. So for every single one of the 7 heavens, the same story happens. They get to the 2nd heaven and it's closed. Jibreel asks permission. The gatekeeper says, "Who is there?" Jibreel says, "It's Jibreel." He says, "Is anybody with you?" The same conversation. Every single one of the 7 heavens. The Prophet ﷺ goes to the first door opens, and there is a man standing. The Prophet ﷺ described him as being tall, huge. And Jibreel says, "This is your father Adam, so say salam to him." So the Prophet ﷺ said salam, and Adam responded and said, "Marhaban bil ibn as-salih wan nabiy as-salih." Welcome, O noble son and O noble prophet. Well,
Persian Aryans Bukhari Hadith continues that Prophet Muhammad, when he reached the first heaven, he met Adam al-Islam. Then the second, he met someone. Third, he met someone. Fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Here the question is, when Quran chapter 23, verse 99 to 104 clearly says that all people who have died, their soul is kept in ancestral plane, that is called Alam-e-Barzakh, and all the soul right now are in Alam-e-Barzakh, ancestral plane, and till day of judgment they will be there. So the question is, how did Prophet Muhammad met so many prophet in heaven, first heaven, second heaven, third heaven, fourth heaven, fifth, sixth, seventh? So here again, heedless people, the Aryan settlers, children of Cain, they are making mockery of Prophet Muhammad, who is the messenger of Asivaga.
To a level that no living creature has ever been to, as far as we know. But we don't have any details about what was said except for the 50 salawat. That Allah Azza wa Jal, فُرِضَتْ عَلَيَّ, the Prophet said, فُرِضَتْ عَلَيَّ الصَّلَوَاتُ 50 صَلَاةً كُلَّ يَوْمٍ. 50 salawat every single day. And he goes back down and he meets Musa. "What did your Lord tell you for your ummah?" So here the Prophet says that my Lord told me that I should tell my ummah to pray 50 times a day. Here Musa says, "Go back to your Lord and tell him to lower this, because I have more experience than you with the Bani Israel, and your ummah will not be able to do 50 times a day." The Prophet ﷺ looked at Jibreel wanting to get his opinion. فَأَنَّهُ يَسْتَشِيرُهُ, the riwayah says, as if he's getting his opinion. And Jibreel nodded to him, "Yes, do that." So the Prophet ﷺ went back up. Now here is where the riwayah differ. Some of them say it went down 5, 5, 5. Others say it went down 10, 10, 10. But really the point is the same. And that is multiple times back and forth, at least 5 times. And every time...
Quran chapter 36, 1 to 11 clearly says that Prophet Muhammad never entertained Aryan settlers whose forefathers had no honor. So here they are writing a hadith based on Burak hadith by Persian Aryan, talking about Miraj, where Prophet Muhammad was cut open, he was put on a donkey, then he traveled to heaven, met all the prophet, and ultimately met Allah and got 50 rakat namaz, and then he met Musa alayhi salam, Prophet Moses, and then he reduced request of Prophet Moses. He went back to Prophet Muhammad. He went to Allah and returned back, And ultimately, the short namaz which the Muslims are praying 5 times a day is based on this fake hadith. So people going to mosque, standing behind Maulana and performing those short namaz based on Burak hadith is nothing but making a mockery of Prophet Muhammad, Angel Gabriel, and the religion of Allah, Asivagam.